Yes.
Hello, BAM fam. It is Thursday, September 24th, 2020, and here's what you missed.
I see some answers coming in. I see them coming in. Yes, I do. I got the ID and the DV. Independent variable, dependent variable, Priya, I'm assuming. Naomi, independent and dependent. Very nice. There's also control variables.
The independent variable in an experiment is the action during the experiment that is purposeful by the experimenter, like the things that are in their control and are intentional. If you want to compare that to the arts, think of the dance performance, the monologue, the guitar solo, what the performers are doing on stage. The controlled variables are the things that could hinder the goals of the experiment if they aren't kept just right. So think of the set, the light design, the costumes, the equipment, the things that stay exactly the same from one performance to the next. The dependent variable is the thing that happens as a result of the independent variables. So for example, on the stage, it's the audience's response to the performance. If you did well, they clap. If you did poorly, maybe you'll hear some crickets.
Lori and her students come frequently to this small Caribbean island. For some 70 years, it's been home to a lively population of rhesus monkeys, maintained solely so that researchers can study their behavior in a natural setting. Today, the plan is to demonstrate for us an experiment that has done much to convince even skeptics that monkeys have at least a working notion of other minds.
Monkey! Monkey! Monkey, look!
A monkey is tempted by two grapes. Both are placed on the ground, but only one human turns her back.
We're good.
Almost every time Lori Santos and her students have done this test, the result is the same. The monkey steals the grape from the person who isn't looking.
Up. Turn.
Good.
The idea for the experiment came as much from the monkeys as from the researchers.
The embarrassing thing, it was a first-hand experience getting ripped off by a monkey. We'd had many of these unfortunate experiences of running these other studies that had food and so on, and we'd put a lemon to the side and write something in our notebook and look back, and the lemon was running up a hill being carried by a monkey. So we said, well, this is a behavior they seem to do naturally. They seem to understand something, but what do they really understand about it? So that was how we got into using this behavior to really look at what they know about our perceptions and hopefully our mental states.
Kebab. Step. Down.
Watch this monkey as he steals the grape from the person with her back turned. There's no doubt the monkey is checking if he's being watched. But does this mean he understands that he's dealing with thinking beings?
We're finding that the monkeys are very good about thinking about where eyes are pointed and so on, but only in this really restricted context, so only in the context of stealing food from us. So one of the remarkable differences and the things that the human species seems to be really good at is actually applying these strategies more broadly.
One had to stay facing forward towards the monkey, and one had to stay facing back. But they didn't expect that the realization that the monkey would go towards the person with their back turned.
Because there was two grapes.
So the placement of those two grapes would be an independent variable.
So I noticed that just a little small detail that they were all wearing the same outfit, a white shirt with like a sort of jean pants, I think it was. And I think that also showed that like they were all the same, and so there was like nothing different, so that the monkey would not be attracted to anything else.
What if the person was like a little bit smaller? Would the monkey think it was less of a threat?
The things that happen as a result of the experiment. So if I'm experimenting on a monkey as a test subject, that monkey's behavior is an effect of my experiment. So this is the audience's response.